If you've ever tried to bring a doll dress pattern from Affinity into Cricut Design Space, you're going to meet with some frustration because Cricut loves to automatically shrink or enlarge SVG files. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to bring the pattern into Cricut using Affinity Designer, and I'm using one of my own patterns. So first, I open the pattern, and I'm using Affinity Designer, so I'm going to copy the pattern pieces and then paste them into a new file. And on this new file, I made an artboard, and the artboard size is 11 and a half by 23, so that it fits the mat, the 12 by 24 mat in the Cricut. Also, it's a good idea to set up your document so that the DPI is 72. And this is what the DPI that Cricut uses. And I'm setting my document for inches. So now that I copied the pattern piece, I'm going to paste it to this new file. And it pastes as the exact size. And of course, in this case, as you can see, this is going to be on the fold. So if you're going to cut it on the Cricut, you have to prepare it. So I do that by, first of all, let me move this out of the way. And I'm going to copy it using Control-C on my Windows. Okay, I don't need any of these other pieces, because all the printing stuff is not going to go into Cricut, so I'm just deleting that. Let's see, I'm going to copy this. Copy. And I see what I did. I forgot to do paste. Now that I did paste, I'm going to flip it so that I have two pieces. Holding the Shift key, I'm going to match them together. And then I'm going to, holding the Shift key again, select the other piece. And with the Node tool, I'm going to join the curves and then close the curve. So now this is one piece, as you can see. And then for the back, let me first get rid of all these things, because all we need is the outside to cut. You can use your paper padding as a reference. So first I'm going to copy this and again paste it and mirror it so that I have the two back pieces. So now I have the two back pieces and the front piece. And another way that you can do this so that it is the same exact size when you put it into Cricut is to draw a box around all your pieces. And I'm going to delete the fill and then just make it into a line drawing. So when I select my box, I'm going to make it a size that I can remember, or just jot down this size. I'm going to make it 6 by 10 and center everything together. And then I'm going to select everything and group everything. And now I still have everything selected, and I'm going to export this as an SVG. So SVG is the setting. Nothing is going to be rastered, it's going to be SVG. And I'm not selecting anything else because my document is already set up, and I'm going to export it. So when I export it, this whole thing is going to be my mat, and hopefully it'll export at that size. But just to be on the safe side, I did the square so that I can resize it if it doesn't go to the right size into Cricut. So I'm going to click export and then save it to where you're going to remember it. Now I'm going to minimize this and open my Cricut design space. And I'm going to click on New, Blank Canvas, and start designing. To upload an upload image, find the image where you saved it with the name that you saved it and open. Here's my image. So I'm going to click continue now and upload. So it'll upload as a group. And you can see here that it uploaded at this size. So I'm going to click on the group, and my mat was 11.5 by 23. So I'm going to resize this, and that'll resize everything that's in this group. 11.5 by 23. And you see the little lock was there, so it resized it to the exact. Okay. And this. So now I'm going to, here's my group and here's my pieces. So now my pieces should be the exact same size, which these are on here. You can delete the mat, and then you're gonna have your square, which was 6 by 10. So that's the exact same size, which means that this is the size that it should cut. Then I'll delete that square, and then I have my pattern pieces, and you can click make, and I'm going to use a 12 by 12 mat because I don't need the big mat. And then arrange your pieces on the mat the way you want them. Okay, and I'm going to use fabric. And I'm going to be using my blade. So I'm going to select cotton. I'll use my rotary blade and then load the mat. I prepared my fabric. I'm using cotton fabric by starching it and pressing it so it's nice and flat. And I'm going to put it on the mat, following the grain. So that my pieces are cut on the grain. And once your fabric is adhered to the fabric mat, we're going to put the mat in there, load it. now hit the play button. So now I'm going to unload it. And I should have my piece cut out. I'm just going to remove the it didn't cut out 100% like the little tips there. And that is one of the things that I noticed with the blade, that it's a little bit hard to get these little, but it's just a little string, so you just snip it off. And now I have the same exact size of the pattern piece, and my pattern piece is all cut up nicely, and all I have to do is sew it and do any markings on it that I need to. And you can use this technique to bring in applique files, and you can use it in your quilt making. There's a lot of uses for this. Basically, I just wanted to show you how to bring the file in so that it cuts out the exact same size that you want it. Thank you for watching.